Lopez-Keifer. I am a tribal member to the San Luis Rey Band of Mission Indians. I'm also an attorney with the tribe, and we are standing in front of what's known as Tom-Kav village. It is a village site that had existed pre- and post-European contact. It's important to the Luisenos, not just because our people inhabited this land. They lived here, they died here, they practiced their ceremonies, their spiritual beliefs and our traditions, but also it is the second part of our creation story. It's where Wayut was poisoned. He is our spiritual leader. He's kind of like a Moses or a Jesus to the Christians, and he was poisoned here. And this is where we learned, the first people of the Luiseno learned about death. So it's a part of who we are and why we're here on earth. And ceremonies would be held here for longevity of life. Also, it is known as the gathering place. If you actually translate Tom-Kav in the Luiseno language, it means meeting place, gathering place. You would have to come here to do your pilgrimage to the ocean, to the mountains, to the desert. This was the place you came to. Anyways, why we're here now and why we're trying to protect it is because Palomar College, Party Homes, Campus Park, and the County of San Diego want to put a road through a burial area here. There's approximately 14 burial sites. There are what's been determined to be unique archaeological resources here. Approximately 3 to 4 hearths have been found. One is associated with the burial ground. This, in all likelihood, could be a cremation area, a burial ground for the first Luiseno, our ancestors. So we're asking them to please stop and to allow us to identify our ancestors and assess what this area really is, if it is a burial ground according to California law, so that the county can reconsider their permit that they've issued to the Palomar College and to move this road. It would be for American society like telling you that your great-grandmother's burial area has to be moved so we can put in a road or a railroad, and you'll just put her somewhere else. We don't want to move them. We don't think we should have to. This was their final resting place. It's not even a situation where there's 1 or 2. We're talking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 16. We're talking real people who lived a long time ago, and they deserve the same amount of respect as anybody else's great-grandparent. And that is what we're asking for, and that's why we're standing ground here and trying to protect what is sacred to us.
So if someone wants to get involved with supporting you all, how would they get involved in supporting Tom-Kav and supporting what's going on here and stopping what's happening right now behind you?
There's so much has already happened. Our only hope right now is that, the construction stops. So the county can reassess what's happening, the college can reassess. Instead of bulldozing over our burial ground, instead of desecrating our graves, just take a moment and figure out why you're doing what you're doing. But if somebody wants to help, we would ask them to contact the County of San Diego. Bill Horn is the supervisor of this district. We'd ask them to reevaluate the permit that they've issued Palomar College. Their grading ordinances are clear. If you find unique archaeological resources during grading, you got to stop. You have to reevaluate. You have to consider modifying that permit or revoking that grading permit because you don't know what you're going to find. The tribes told them that this area is important. You're going to find multiple burials. This is a village site. They disagreed. And now they've got the actual evidence that there's resources here that you're not going to find anywhere else. And there's burials here in numbers that you're not going to find somewhere else. And it's really up to them to stop this road and do what's right and to right their wrongs.
Any last words about the fight that you guys are having here for the sacred site?
Well, we would like everyone to play fair. The college hasn't really played fair with us. They bulldozed over, they desecrated the grave sites, the burial areas yesterday at 6:30 in the morning. Construction doesn't start in this county until 7. And they knew that we were filing a temporary restraining order the week before and that it was going to be heard shortly, and they went ahead and buried and desecrated the graves. So that's what we've got a stronghold right now to stop them from doing it any further.
Can you talk a little bit more about that? What happened at the exact moment at 6:30 in the morning when they were desecrating?
Well, we had some tribal members here because they were going to gather at 7 because they've been peacefully protesting, the site. When they had first come, the test pits, the grave areas, were open. And then around 6:30, equipment started. There was one tribal member here. He immediately started phone calling everyone and recording it. And he was really shocked. He couldn't believe it was happening, and they were doing it this way. They had huge machines coming and just pushing dirt through. They didn't do it gently. It was pretty violent. The ground was shaking, given the size of the equipment they were using. And then when the other monitors, Native American monitors, came on site and tribal members came on site, they immediately saw that the middle portion hadn't been filled, so they ran out, risked their lives to save what is still here. And they have kept vigil ever since yesterday morning.
Thank you so much for your words.
Thank you.